Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to Cali Homesteading with Poohbear. It's your girl Poohbear. And if y'all can hear, my voice is coming back. Slowly, slowly, we're getting it back. Thank God. How are y'all on this beautiful Monday? I really want to give y'all a moment to get in because I know y'all aren't expecting, me to be in this early, but I got a nice little drive ahead of me. So I said, not just do an encouraging video, I'm going to do an encouraging live. So I just said, let me just go on so I can say hey to my peeps. So good morning. I wanted to know what you guys have going on in your garden right now. Hey Dave, what you doing up this early? It's 6:30. You said go back to sleep. Please, man, let me tell you something. My kids, they did a extra. We left the house at 11, like 11:25ish, and we made it down to Ontario about 12:25, and they just got off work about 20 minutes ago. So now we're on our way back up the hill. uh, Normally I do this Tuesday through Saturday, but they took an extra day, and I'm not mad at my children for wanting to make that extra coin. If I can help them, I help them. So all is well. But what you got going on in your garden? What's going on? I have projects that I got going on right now. I'm super, super, super excited about them too. I have a video that I'm in the process of making, so I won't say too much, but we got a little situationship going on with all those gallon pots that I got. It's like getting them ready. We've been doing some transplanting from the little 4-inch cups into the gallons, and then we have oh gosh, what is it called? Oh yeah, like the trees. And I actually found muscadine grapes, and oh yo, so excited because normally we can't find them here in California. We gotta order them. So I pray to God that they do well and germinate really good. They have roots, but I didn't do the scratch test to see if they were alive. So I'm hoping and praying. I only spent $10 on each one, and I have 3 thus far. I'm gonna try to go back and get more because I definitely want more than just, one vine. So it's like I want to have at least 2 of each muscadine grape. And if I could get all of the varieties, I would be so super excited. One can pray, one can hope. We'll see. But I planted 2 peach trees, but I'm concerned because one of my peach trees, it broke. I was like, oh my goodness. It broke like in half. Like the branches are gone. So I don't know if that one's gonna make it, but I got this other peach tree. So I'm putting that in the ground. I got a lot of berries. We planted strawberries. Um, Only 10 plants thus far. Well, 10 seeds thus far, but I'm gonna go and get some more. I don't really worry about strawberries because where I go in Inglewood to Toro's, I mean not in Inglewood, in Torrance, they always have strawberry plants like all year round. So I know that I can get them at any given time. So I'm not really tripping off of the strawberries. However, in wanting to have my own food forest, I kind of like I need to have a lot of strawberries because the goal is to make smoothies every day. I want to get to like 2 smoothies, if not 3 smoothies a day, um, just to flood my system with antioxidants so that they can, fight any free radicals that might be trying to puff up inside my body. I want to get into preventative medicine. So I know that muscadine grape really does good for a lot of things with respiratory and other things. But I'm not really at liberty to say, but I do know that they are supposed to fight certain types of free radicals, those free radicals that start certain things. So I'm working on that. Your pepper journey, okay. Okay. Scratch. Oh, the Scotch bonnet. I want some of those some of those Scotch bonnet seeds. I want to grow them this year. I'm going to look up. Where did you get your Scotch bonnet from? See, I got my cayenne going. I got habaneros going. I got I have like 7 different peppers, including sweet peppers, the bell peppers, but I got like a lot of different peppers going. But today, when I get home, we're gonna be filling up more of those gallon containers with with soil, and I'm just gonna start dropping. Like, I have stuff that's already going, but a lot of stuff, when we got that storm, so I'm starting to start over. I have nothing else. Easy. Nah, but yeah, I want to drop a whole lot of seeds today. And finally, get all of the potatoes in the grow bags. And I'm going to try to do the box, the cardboard box method. I'm gonna try that with a few potatoes. That's what I keep wanting to say, tomatoes. I'm gonna try that with a few potatoes and see what shakes. I'm so happy this laryngitis is almost over. It was weird when I went to the doctor. He was like, I thought he was gonna tell me I had a cold. He was like, you don't have a cold, you don't have the flu, you don't have COVID. He was like, you have an upper respiratory sinus infection and an ear infection. I was like, that's making me have chills and have body aches. He was like, yeah. I was like, Okay, because my ear to throat was hurting. You know, they're connected, so I know that, like, if I have the flu or something, my ear to my throat doesn't really hurt me. When I have an infection or I had COVID, the ear to throat, that's like the only symptom I really had. That, and I felt a little woozy, like a little dizzy. But other than that, it never really affected me like that, so I was okay. But I have like about 20 pounds of potatoes that I have to plant today. So I'm getting them in. I'm going to use one of my elevated raised beds. I wanted to use the potato alley that I used last year, and I might do that for the next session of potatoes, but it's not ready yet. I gotta amend it. I gotta get a lot more, well, not necessarily more hay. I have not a lot of hay. Like 1 barrel of hay is more than enough, but I want to get more soil and amend it and everything, you know. And I think that I'm going to go after some of the Kennebec, a lot of russet. I want to get some more of the red potatoes, but I want to get those good baking potatoes. You know, like right now, if I go to the Costco Business Center, I can get 50 pounds of the baking potatoes for like 18 bucks. And it's like 50 potatoes because like one potato is like a pound, and that's so super cool. I'm like, I want to grow them because I love to I don't know, Dave, if you remember meat and potatoes. Did you ever go to meat and potatoes? It used to be off of El Segundo and Venice, right by where the McDonald's is on the corner. Man, I know if Precious was in here, she remembers. That was my jam. Me and my grandma used to go. We used to live in Compton on Taper. I'll never forget. Right by Enterprise, and because I used to go to Enterprise, but I went to Birch too. But we used to go there, and it was like you have your baked potato. You know how you have like a taco bar or a nacho bar? It would be like the same thing. You have your baked potato, and then you just go from all the different sides. Like when you go to like a yogurt bar, you know, like Yogurt Land or something. And so I love doing that. And you can make it really snazzy. You can have like, you know, shredded cheese or squeezed cheese, or, you know, the melted cheese, chives, onions, bacon bits, olives, broccoli. You can have chicken, ground beef or ground turkey. You can even have sauteed in garlic and onion shrimp. Like you can have lobster, crab meat, whatever you want. You can make it as basic or as elaborate as you want. And it's so filling because it's a big, old, huge potato. And then you just filling it in with stuff. It's very simple, but it's so good. I want to grow potatoes so that, you know, I have them on lock. Wait a minute. You used to pass by them. You never went? Oh my goodness. Oh, that was my jam. If I was to open up a restaurant, it might be something like that because it's different, you know. Up the hill where I live, I really want to open up. I would love to open up some type of a soul food restaurant or just somewhere where you could get like real fried chicken sometimes, or you know, meatloaf. Like they don't have anything by where I live that serves like, you know, a good meatloaf or a good pork chop. And it doesn't even have to be a fried pork chop. It could be oven baked pork chops, you know, smothered or not even smothered, just good and tender. You know, they don't have anything for, you know, your fried chicken. The only chicken they have is like chicken strips, you know, or wings. And, you know, they don't make wings like we make wings. Like they're not battered. They're just put into the fryer and then they put the sauce on it, you know. It's like no greens, no mac and cheese, no good potato salad. And I'm like, man, I might have to get me one of those little trucks. Give me one of those little trucks. Darlene and I could make us some money on the weekends. Start a little catering business out here. Show these people what some good food tastes like. He said that's funny because I used to work at Title and Relay. Oh, and Van Nuys. Oh, and that's, oh, okay. No, like, okay, so let me date this. I'm a 75 kid. So when I used to go to Meat and Potatoes, what's now Food for Less used to be Kmart across from Southwest College. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And it used to be, oh man, I used to love Kmart. Me and my grandma used to go up there. We used to get that big old bag of popcorn for $2. Kmart was my jam, you know. And I was so sad when it went away. But the other place that was my jam was Sears at the Carson Mall. What you know about that, Dave? I mean, it's still there, but, well, Sears isn't there now, but the Carson Mall is there. What's in its place? Is it Kohl's? Kohl's is in Sears' place now? I think Kohl's is in Sears' place. But that was my jam. I remember, like, when I was first born, we lived in Scottsdale and Carson, further up Avalon. And when I was a little girl, that's how I got the nickname Poohbear. My mama used to take me to the Carson Mall twice a month, on the 1st and on the 15th. You already know. She had me at 14, so what can I say? We went to the Carson Mall. She would give me a new outfit, and I would get pictures twice a month. And I wouldn't smile, but the lady, her name was Annie. She used to take this little Winnie the Pooh, and she would go, coochie coochie coo, smile for me, Pooh. And that's how I got the nickname Poohbear. I know you've been in that Kmart before. Who wasn't in that Kmart? Oh, please, if you lived in anywhere in LA, in South Central or Inglewood or anything, we all went to that Kmart. Shoot, we used to get the blue light special. What's going on with the blue light special? That's what we used to do. I used to love going over there when it'd be going off. I used to think I was doing something cool. I would go stand under it. I was such a nerd. Now the mountains are protected by sea. The mountains are protected by sea. This is go. This is going to. How are you? House on your patio. I was watching you last week. I was watching you last week. I don't know if you call them barbell or the hand weight or something. Look at that sun coming up the mountain. And that thing was blinding me. That's why I had to pull stuff down coming up this early in the morning. Just disrespectful. Y'all see my little ring light? I'll be studying and doing my homework. And I be having it on here so I can not drain the battery. Disrespectful. I gotta come up out of my little snuggly now, because once you make it up the hill, the heat component is totally different. It's like 10 degrees hotter, something like that. It feels like it's at least 10 degrees hotter. But it's all good. But no, we used to go there. We used to go to the Zodi's. That's now Food for Less. That's funny. That's now Food for Less. And off of Crenshaw and Century. And then Newberry's was on Rosecrans and Central. And now it's a Food for Less over there. That's crazy. I never even thought about that. Food for Less is taking over. But I don't think the Newberry's was where Food for Less is. I think it was on the other side of the parking lot. I don't know. But I just remember. I remember those days. But yeah, I am going to plant. I'm going to fill up all of those 100 trays today. I have the soil that I got delivered to me, and then I also have my cocoa core bricks. I have 2 of those. So even when the soil that she gave me goes away, because I have the trees that I'm still planting, and then all of the potatoes, then I get to work it out with my fingers out y'all's way. Then I get to work it out with the cocoa core and my not peat moss, perlite, and I have my starter mix and everything. So it's not even a thing. Like, I'm so excited and so ready. So I'm going to plant today. I want to say, I really want to say we're going to plant a little bit of everything. We're going to do about maybe 40 tomatoes, about maybe 20 different types of peppers. But we're going to do like probably, I think we have like 12 different varieties of tomatoes. So if that's the case, we're gonna plant 12 different types of tomatoes, and we're gonna do probably about 3 seeds in each gallon container, and we'll do about 3 or 4 of each. something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get to that point. But we got to do more tomatoes because I'm going to be using some and I'm going to be giving some away. I'm not really selling, more like a bartering thing, and giving some away. And hold on, Mecca, Mecca, get my pillow. You're going to hurt your neck. Um, then, you know, I want to have an abundance because I want to make about 40 pints of pasta sauce. I think 40 would be enough for the year. And then I also want to have a plethora of salsa because we love salsa. Like eating chips and salsa is a thing. And if we don't have like store-bought, you know, tortilla chips, we don't have a problem with making our own. We will make our own tortilla chips. But I mean, I use salsa. Like I can have diced tomatoes and I can have chunky spaghetti sauce, but I still want to dump at least one good jar of salsa into my spaghetti sauce or enchiladas or and sometimes even in my lasagna. Like I love salsa. I love pico de gallo. Oh, love pico de gallo. And I make it really good. Like I was taught by some really good Hispanic women a long time ago. Earl and I just got married. I was probably 20, 21. I didn't have any children. So we got married, I was 19. So, and I had little Earl when I was 22. So, and he's 26 now. So it was before then. So it's about 20-ish. And they taught me to dice up my tomatoes really good. Have good fresh lemon. They taught me how to roll the lemon to get it juicy and everything. It's like they taught your girl how to dice the tomatoes. I mean the tomatoes. To use Roma tomatoes for that. I didn't know that there was a difference in tomatoes. They were like, no. You don't want to use slicing tomatoes for this. You want to use the Roma tomato. I was like, oh, okay. Roma tomato. They're like, yes, this one is juicy. It gives you so much juice and so much flavor. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Let's do it. And they taught me to squirt the lemon all over everything because it will stop it from, you know, browning and everything. So I'm like, I love it. I can just sit with some chips and egg. But so I need a lot of tomatoes for like probably 60 jars of salsa. And then, you know, you got to do it. Some will be mild. Some you got to have a little heat. And then some you got to put that fire on. So, like, you got to have some good habaneros. I might roast some. I don't know. But I want to have diced tomatoes, stewed tomatoes, all the different things that you can use tomatoes for. I want to have an abundance, probably over 100 jars of just different things to do with tomatoes. And when I say jars, I mean quarts. Pints are too small for my family size. You know, we're 9 people, so I gotta have and abundance, you know. So, and then 10 if you include my aunt, Michelle, who doesn't live with me, but, you know, she's always with me. Either I'm in LA or she's up here with me. But it's like, yeah, then green beans. I'm going to blanch a lot of green beans and, you know, be able to freeze them. But I want to have a whole lot of them just in can. I have a few cans. I don't have a lot anymore. But I want to just have, I think I want to plant like maybe 15 to maybe 20 different green beans. Now, when I say that, I am incorporating like the yard beans. I want those. I want the purple yard beans, and I think I saw that I have a package of them. I hope and pray that I do because I love them. Purple is my second favorite color. Orange is my first. Purple is definitely my second favorite color. And even though I know when you cook them they turn green, doesn't matter to me. They're purple while they're, you know, growing, and they give a good aesthetic into the yard and everything, you know. And I just like, yes. We walk in the yard and you just see this long purple thing. I'm like, ooh, pretty girl, look at you. So, you know, I gotta grow some. So I'm growing bush beans, and I'll probably put those in like a 5-gallon bucket and let them grow real bushy and do what they have to do. And I might do some succession planting. I might start off with like 5 of each that I have right now, and then maybe in a month and a half grow another 5. We'll figure it out. You know, we got plenty of time. Our grow um, window is so wide. We get like mm, probably like 250 days of growing. Honestly, real talk, real talk. I'm in, it was 8B. Now I think they changed it to 9A. Or either no, it was 9, it was 8B 9A, and now they changed it from 9A to 9B. So I'm in 9B. When I was in LA, I was in 10A. Now I'm in 9B. So I can grow basically pretty much all of the things that I pretty much want to. I might just have to do a little modification, like make a low tunnel or a little greenhouse, and, you know, go from there. But I can grow all year round. I can grow winter, I can grow fall, I can grow summer, I can grow spring, where I'm at. So in that aspect, I am good. But the thing is, I just want to get it done because the sooner you get it done, the less bugs you have to deal with. That's my thing. Because yesterday, I checked and it was like 4:30 in the afternoon. The temperature was 73 degrees. I was like, oh my goodness, it's February. Why is it 4 something in the afternoon and it's already 73 degrees? I don't want to deal with flies right now. Like, I just really don't. Like, I cannot stand flies. And that's just not what I wanted to be bothered with. But not yesterday. Yesterday, I rested. Yesterday was my Sabbath day. Like, it was my Sabbath day. I rested and my body felt so good. But Saturday, I was outside working on the project with Selena and, well, with my girls. And the flies were hovering around me. I had to take my water hose and spray the flies. Like, get away from me. And they didn't want to be hit with that water, so they left me alone. But I had to do that like 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, it's thinking February, I gotta be bothered with flies. I can understand, like bugs that crawl. I could even kind of sort of understand a mosquito, but not a stinking fly. I was just like, getting them a daggone nerves. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, all the cucumbers. I believe I have some white cucumbers, and so I want to get those planted. I really, really do. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm so sad to say. I have yet to get a chicken, a new chick, should I say. I have not gotten any chicks yet. My schedule has not been conducive with when they get them. I'm down the hill in the morning when Tractor Supply opens. They don't get off until around 9 o'clock. And by the time I make it up the hill, they're all sold out. I haven't made it just yet. Because these last 2 deliveries that they got of them, they were banthams, and I don't want to pay $5.99 for a bantam. Like, you give little small eggs. What's that going to do for me and my family? We are the Booyah tribe. Like, we're big. We need extra large eggs. At least large eggs, So I was like, yeah, I'm not missing nothing anyway. Whatever. Go on and sell out. Let them get all the little eggs. Then or the little chicks. And then when I come and I score, they'll already have theirs. So I'll be all right. Yeah, that works for me. I was have to tell myself, who cares? Let them go on and get all them little baby chicks that aren't gonna give big eggs. So then they'll sell all out of all the little ones, because they're selling out in like 90 minutes. So I was like, what's for me is for me. I'm not even gonna worry about it. But God has for me, it's for me. And can't nobody take it from me. And I'ma stand on that. You gotta make yourself feel good. You gotta pump yourself up, encourage yourself so that you don't be all sad. Because, the truth of the matter is, I wanted to be there as soon as they got chicks. And I wasn't successful in that. So it was like, okay, well, to stop me from feeling bad, let me go ahead and, oh God, the sun. I took that down at the wrong time, didn't I? Okay. But, no, I'll be getting some. And I have some that are ordered, but they're not coming until, I think some are coming next month, and then some are coming in April. And then I have some coming in May. So I have a succession planned with my chicks. I had to get in where I could fit in. Shoot, I was on that list like, wait a minute. You guys have all of these available roosters, all of these males, but you gotta wait, like delivery, no. You got availability that day, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. April 24th. Okay, that's what you have? I'll take it. And so, like 15 here, 20 there, you know, just trying to get what I can get because I gotta get what I need. She's gonna get what she needs. The girl is resourceful, you know. Gotta do what you gotta do when you can do what you need to do so it can be done. Say that 3 times. I'm not gonna try. I'm too sleepy to. But I have I have some seeds that I'm looking forward to growing. I cannot remember the proper name for them, but it's like a flower. It's red, a reddish pink color, and you can grow it. It's in like little clusters, and they kind of grow like that. And you can take them and you can grind them into meal, and then, well, you know, grind it, and then you can turn it into flour. That's what I meant to say. And so, in my mind, not knowing what's gonna be, like, yeah, you have 50 pounds of flour packed up, and that's good, but that doesn't really mean a lot because it can get messed up because, oh gosh, I had bought a 25-pound bag of professional restaurant quality. It says restaurant and hotel quality flour from Costco Business Center. And while I was with them at work, Blade got into the pantry and got into the flours. Flour everywhere. Flour everywhere. 25 pounds of flour gone. And I had paid like right at $8 for that flour. So the way that I make myself happy is I go, that's okay. I'm just gonna go back and buy the 50-pound bag now. You gotta make yourself make that blow lessen. So you get the 50-pound bag, but anything can happen. I'm going to put it in the deep freezer, and they say to leave it there for 3 days. I'm gonna leave it there for probably about a week until I can get back to it. And then I'm going to put a lot of it in my Mylar bags and put them in my 5-gallon buckets. And I have my oxygen absorbers and I have my bay leaves. But I'm also going to dry can some. I did this before. I dry canned probably 6 half-gallons of flour and of sugar. Now, when you do that, it's very simple. Now, first of all, let me say, it is not approved. It is not approved. But this is something that certain groups of people have been doing for centuries, or at least decades. I'll say that. And so, you put it in the oven on like a cookie sheet. Fill up with it, whatever you have, and then you put it in the oven on like 180. I remember, yeah, it's 180. No more than 200, but I believe it's 180. And then you leave it in there, you know, like your whatever. I had flour and sugar. And then when you take it out, put the seal on, put the lid, the lid on and the seal. And then you hear it pop, and you know it's done. It's like, okay. Now I will say, it's not loose when you take it out. I did have to break it down, you know, but so it was stored, it was saved, and it was in a glass jar, so I didn't have to worry about the bugs. or about, anything, getting to, because I put a lot of stuff outside in my sunroom. And you never know. You never know what can be out there. Sometimes the cats would go back there, especially Marco. Marco loved to go out there, or Garfield too. They love to go out there, plomp, plomp, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill these cats. If they break another thing, I had like $1. Going so slow. The speed limit is 55. Why are we doing 40? Please turn. 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 You're going straight. Of course you are. You're making me want to turn, but I don't need to go that way. I do not like, well, I guess he has no choice. He's hauling stuff. But out here where we live, there's a lot of one lane roads. Like, there's only one lane going east, one going west. And so then the speed limit is 50. It's 55, 50. And then here goes somebody doing 40 because he's hauling stuff. But then that makes everybody else go slow. It's the one thing I don't like about living out here. And so there are areas where you can go around them, but you have to wait for the lines on the ground to be broken. And they're not. So you just have to get your Sunday stroll on while you're waiting. But I'm gonna do a lot of canning. I'm gonna order the meat birds, the fryer pan, while they are. I called Friday, and the girl was like, "Oh yeah, no, you can go ahead and order the frying pan." She's like, "You can get as many of them as you want," and I was like, "Bet." So I'm gonna order. I'm gonna start off with 50, and there are. So we're gonna build a chicken tractor to keep all of the roosters in the tractor and not roaming around trying to, chase us, attack us, mount on my hens. And then when they get to, I think I have to wait 12 weeks, either 12 weeks or 17 weeks, something like that. And then it'll be time to process them. But the reason that I prefer to do them over the Cornish cross is because, first of all, the Cornish cross you can only buy from a hatchery. They're a hybrid, so they don't naturally produce their own eggs because the hens are not supposed to live long enough to get to the age to reproduce. They will have like heart attacks or, stuff like that, heart failure or whatever. Oh, you're turning here with me too. God is teaching me patience. I will be patient. Let's go. Okay. So, I have to talk to myself like that, So, I'm going to, we're going to just get it done. We'll get those because they may be a little bit smaller, but it says that most of the roosters are between 6 and like 9 pounds. So that's still a good sized bird. I'm okay with that. Plus, they're $1.55, whereas in the Cornish cross now are $3 something a bird. I'm like, dang, last year they were like $2. Now they're like 3.30, and I'm like, well, you know what? You got to be grateful because it could be $5 each. Like, just got to be grateful, you know. So I ordered 50 of the frying pans. So, and I'm probably gonna save a couple of the roosters because we need roosters, but especially with all of the new hens that we're gonna be getting. So I'm like, need some roosters, and then I won't have to buy them anymore. And then I'm thinking, you know, like last time when we had Hubert, he was good at his job. He protected them. He told them what to do. They listened. He mounted. He was making fertilized eggs for me. The only thing about Hubert is he kept attacking us. And he was so smart. Remember, he had that one red eye and this other black eye or brown eye, and he would be looking and he would be calculated. He would look at you, size you up, and slowly start trying to come over there by you. And I'd be like, look, Hubert, you better get the heck away from me. You better not start nothing. And then the next thing I know, he'll be like getting close. And then he'd just try to charge. Little Earl used to be kicking at him. I'm like, don't kick my bird. He's like, yo, bird better quit trying to attack me. I'm like, yeah, I know. So that's why we had the net. And we would just scoop his butt up with the net, put him in it. We just hold him up in that net until we were done. And then we would release him. But then he started figuring out how to get out the net. I was like, we would take the net and put it down. And he figured out how to get out the net. I was like, this bird is so smart. But when that dog came and killed everything, he was gone. I was like, oh, you killed my rooster. And then Earl was like, no more roosters until we get the proper fencing to protect the birds. But we do have roosters, but they're turkey roosters. So, you know. But we have two turkey eggs in the incubator, and we have some eggs in the incubator. So hopefully they're fertilized. When I looked at the first turkey egg, I candled it, and it looked like a big blob in there. I need to go candle it again tonight and see what I see, because I really, 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 really want to grow my own turkeys. Like, I think that is so stinking fly. I want to grow my own stuff. Hey, Lonzo, what's up, bro? Good morning, good day. Good day to you. I miss you. I'm calling you later on. We haven't talked in so long. But if you guys don't know Alonzo is a financial guru. He is super dope, super intelligent, super motivated, super about his business. And he knows everything finance. So go onto his page, Alonzo. Put your information in the chat so they know where to go and see and learn from Alonzo, the all-star. That's my little brother, y'all. We've never met each other face to face, but that's my little brother. Okay, y'all, we get to get past them now. Look at God. Y'all are slow for no reason. Whew, child. Yay. Now we get to hurry up and get home. I got stuff to do. I got a test at 10 o'clock. I gotta hurry up and do what I need to do. It's 7:25 now. I want to be in my garden till about 9:15, then go study some more for my test. And then when my test is done, go back into my garden, my happy place, and plant everything. So I'm going to use the grow bags and some boxes to plant all of the potatoes. I have 4 pounds of the Yukon Gold, the Connecticut, how do you say it? Kennebec, and something else. I don't know. I got 3 4-pound bags from Tractor Supply, and then I have those 2 bags I got from Sam's. So I have all of those potatoes, and I haven't even cut any up. I need to take some. I'm gonna leave some out so that I can let them scab. I want to cut them and let them scab. I bought the sand. I got the sand for them. It was so cool. I didn't need a whole lot of sand, so I went to Lowe's, and they had a couple of bags of sand that were busted, and they were like $4 with 50% off. So I paid like $2 for like half a bag of sand, and I was like, oh, that works for me. And it's plain sand. It's the gardening sand. It's not the contractor sand. We're gonna deal with that. But look, y'all. See that sun? That's crazy. Every morning, and all it is just mountains. Let me let y'all look at the mountains. If you can see on the left of me, in front of me, on the right, mountains. So my elevation is roughly 3,500 above sea level. Yeah. Could you imagine if I lived on top of one of these mountains? What my elevation would be? Burnt. Gasping for air. That's what it would be. Yeah. I do, however, want to go on a hike. I found out that some of these mountains, they have trails. They do dirt biking and everything in these trails. And so I want to go for a good hike. I'm gonna give me some good hiking boots, and I'm gonna go for the hike. When I do, I'm gonna take care. We're gonna go on a trip. But yeah, I want to do everything, and slowly we're gonna be building the raised bed. So I want to make the backyard garden kind of look like a flower. So I want to put, like, in the middle of it is where I want my aquaponics to go. I want my fish pond. There we go. I want to have a fish pond of like whiting or maybe trout or something in there. I'm not gonna do tilapia because I understand that tilapia is not necessarily the best fish we need to be eating. So I'm gonna get a very good fish that is okay for me to grow in an open environment. I want to get like a good 200-gallon pond or something, and in the middle of my flower, and that'll be the middle. And then I'm gonna have some 60-foot raised beds, some 10-foot raised beds, some 20-foot raised beds, some 40s. So it'll look like different layers of a flower. And that's how we're going to build this year. I really think that that's what I want. I did have one other idea. It's kind of boring, but it would be either way, it's doable because it's just a matter of getting them to come and use the skivvy, I think it's called skivvy, and flatten out all of the sand. Oh no. See, look. This is what I was telling y'all. You see that? Can you see that I'm slowing down now? Because you see, there's a tractor. Look, let me slide over so y'all can see. You see this truck right there? He's got a tractor on him. Now, this is the double lane, so this is where I can pass. So I have to get in front of him because it's only one lane. One lane on each side. So I would be stuck. I would have been stuck behind him. It would have taken like an extra 5 minutes because he's only going to go like 35 miles. But in that particular zone, we could pass. That's the passing zone. So I passed his butt up. Yes, it did. But I'm trying to come up with a good concept to where I can grow all of the corn. We need to grow at least 300 stalks for our family. So what I've done is I've kind of written out how much of everything I need to grow to feed my family for a year. So in a family of 9 people that eats corn probably 4 times a week, I need about 300 plus stalks, like between 300 and 500 good ears of corn, because we eat corn a lot. We eat it, we eat corn on the cob. We put it on the grill. We love to make they call it the Mexican corn. And all we do is we'll go get the skewer, stick a skewer in there, put it on the grill, let it get good, turn it, put that butter on it, get that mayonnaise, get that, what's it called, tamarind, or whatever that red stuff is. Put that Parmesan cheese on there. My kids love that stuff. We like regular grilled. We love corn on the cob in some of our meals, especially when we do a seafood boil. Please, it's going down. And then I use corn in so many different things. So about 300 to 500 ears of corn for a year is good. So freezing a lot of it, so you gotta blanch it, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer. And you guys will do that with me. Taking it, once we grow it, and you take it in and, putting in, what am I trying to say? Dekerneling it? I don't know. When you cut it off of the stalk, off of the, I can't think now. When we take it from being on the cob, thank you, off the cob. When you decob it, there we go. When you decob it, that's what I'm going to say for right now because I can't think of the proper word. When you decob it, you take a plate, or not, you take a bowl, a big bowl, and then you put another bowl, a smaller bowl, on inside that bowl, and then you just decob it, and then everything falls into the big bowl. And then you're good. And so that's what we're going to do. And just so much eggplant. And we have a lot of stuff that's already grown. We have stuff that's overwintering in containers in the backyard. We have a lot because I'm serious about this actually being my year of success in this garden. I don't want to have small successes. Okay, little kids are out here playing, getting ready to go to school. Oh, that was Bryce. Oh, but yeah. So we'll see. We will see. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see the tan that I'm gonna get from this summer because if I'm in the garden like I'm supposed to be, I already know I'm not gonna be wearing sleeves. Like, I just know I'm not. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna get me a good old tan and I'm gonna be happy. You get me a good old tan. Uh, okay, now let's see. If Daisy is awake and if the other dogs, okay, so Nova and Roro are watching. They're gonna notify. Up, see, there she goes. Oh my gosh, this girl. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. But I'm gonna come right back though. But I'm gonna let y'all go because we're gonna have to get a hold of Daisy and put her up so I can pull in because Daisy is a runaway. The minute she can get through this gate, she takes off so she can go play with her friends. Now she does come back, but I don't ever want her out of our yard because I don't want her to be accused of doing anything. I don't want her to do anything. So the best way to keep that from happening is to keep her butt in this gate. So that's going to be a little task. So I'll get back at y'all in probably about 10 minutes when I get over here to this garden. All right. Bye bye for now.